The fingerprints we found in Carter's car don't belong to the journalist.
If we don't find any grounds to hold him responsible, he'll destroy us.
Maybe not everything's lost. He was at the crime scene at least twice. That still makes him a suspect.
You're perfectly right, but I have a gut feeling that the boss will tell us to let him go.
We had his full support.
I wouldn't count on him risking anything for us.
Quite the opposite. We got a new lead. The fingerprints belong to a man that used to work at a military laboratory in Maine.
What's his name?
Paul Reed. He lives somewhere in Maine.
Do you know anything more about him?
He's 40, dismissed from the Army in 1999 for medical reasons.
Paul. You remember the phone call? The murderer told you to call him Paul.
Do you know what project they worked on there?
In Maine? Queen of Hearts is the most famous one because we know nothing about it.
Secret?
Top secret. Main motive in conspiracy theories.
We need to find this man.
Let's ask the local sheriff to deal with it.
We've got to talk to him. Sniff around, you know what I mean. You can't do that from a distance.
I'd rather stay here and work on the security guy and the news hawk.
I have a feeling the latter is slipping through our fingers.
That's why I'd think it over once again.
And I wouldn't. I'm driving to Maine. You can stay if you want.
You're going to act off on your own bat again?
Yes, again.
All right, I'll come along.
Have you checked the house?
There's nobody inside.
I expected as much.
Sure, there's no car in the driveway.
Uncollected mail. I wonder if he's gone for a long time.
We need to ask around for this guy in town.
This barn, it matches.
Matches what?
All those devices, mechanisms, the card man loves them and he has to keep them somewhere.
And assemble.
You think he stores explosives here?
There may be bomb craters somewhere out in these fields.
Let's check that barn.
Nothing doing.
How's that?
It's obvious you need a warrant.
So go and get one.
Alone? We're a team, aren't we?
I'm just saying that we don't need to go there together.
I don't want you to mess things up again.
Mess things up? Again? I guess we're not a team anymore.
Come on, you know the card man's very dangerous.
Yeah, and he's certainly ensnared his next victim. Maybe he even holds them here, in the barn.
I don't think so. All the traps he's set were far away from here.
I'm supposed to be a witness of his game, so I'm safe.
Yeah, as long as he controls the situation. But once he sees you here, he's gonna panic. Be prepared for the worst.
So far, I get the feeling that you want to control the whole investigation. Why?
Because you're just pushing blindly ahead. You don't give others any time to prepare for the action.
He doesn't give it.
You've forgotten it's you who started the power plant installation?
Oh, was it also me who started the steamer in Louisiana?
No, but he would have waited for you, even a whole day. I'm sure of it.
In a moment, you'll tell me that you've got female intuition. What's the background of those crimes?
He said that for him, you were like a witness of the game. He relishes it. He desires admiration and probably fantasizes that you're admiring him.
Are you implying a sexual overtone?
You think so? It's possible. I mean, that would explain why he wouldn't let me get so close. He's seducing you.
You're joking, right?
It's like with courtship. First, you need to attract attention and then try to maintain it at a suitably high level.
I don't know. I can see something different in it.
He fascinates you. Admit it.
Give me a break. I abhor him. I'm just focusing on the case.
Yes. I can't. Not right now. Lens? What kind? I see. All right. Thank you.
Somebody from the Bureau?
Nothing important. Where were we?
Wondering about what to do next.
Fine. I'll go to the town.
Go, but there's little you can do.
True. We don't even know what we're supposed to search for. But I'll talk to the judge to check what the odds are.
We need to talk to the town people about Reed as well.
You know, he may have nothing to do with the killings after all.
The serials usually begin where they feel safe, on their own ground. And Maine seems to be perfect.
Anyway, I'm going to the town. You sure you want to stay?
Already told you. I don't have any other ideas.
Then let's get down to work.
The mailbox is full. There's a mattress on the fence. The weather's surprised me. I don't have snow tires. If Reed's the killer we're searching for, then I suppose he prepared for the murders in the barn, not in the house. Paul Reed's not in. I'm not going to look inside. I don't have a warrant. Does Reed use agricultural machines, or does he just keep them for appearances? The door's falling apart, just like the whole kitchen. A packet of salt. Soap? Here? These days, a stand pump is a rarity. An inflatable mattress, you could use it while camping. Road salt for spilling on frozen surfaces. A bar of toilet soap without the wrapping, but it looks new. To use it, rest the feet at the base and push the handle. The gate is very low for such buildings. Padlocked gate. Upstairs, there's a window ajar. Piles of junk lying around, as usual at the rear. The wheel got stuck in the hole. What if I push the conveyor towards the wall? An ordinary board on the snow. Something could be placed underneath. Nothing doing. The water froze and trapped the wheel in the hole. Road salt for spilling on frozen surfaces. The snow is melted thanks to the salt. These items don't match. After I soaped the board, it became smooth. I can't move the conveyor until I take the wheel out of the hole. Nothing doing. The board is not so rough when soaped. The purpose of the valve is obvious. I'm just wondering if the mattress keeps the air. Great, but why can't the conveyor slide down the board? A brilliant job! The conveyor moved right under the window. This conveyor belt is used to transport the loads to the upper story. The objects on the table, they remind me of something. The box reminds me of the parcels from the card man. There are pieces of assembled devices on the table. This piece looks like the laser from the old power plant. An old movie projector. A modern device must have cost lots of cash. That's what I call a well-equipped workshop. Now it's obvious. This is where the card man was preparing his deadly machines. Okay, but where's the guy? This wafer makes me think of the disaster at the crossing.